Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today we're looking at an old Stampin' Up stamp set called Happy Hedgehogs because I wanted to do a spring card. So I'm going to use this one and I'm going to use that as a background, and then I'm going to have a focal point with the little toadstool and the little bird, because the birds at the moment are nesting like mad, and I know it's got a little flower which matches this one, but I thought it would be quite cute and make a nice sort of spring card. So I've already prepared, I've just masked this round. This is a standard card base. As I've said to you before, I don't use measurements for you because there are so many different sizes depending what country, and you might want to do a 6x4, you might want to do a whatever you fancy doing really. I'm choosing, what's this one, Sahara Sand? Yes, Sahara Sand, which is an old Stampin' Up one. I will go through all of the things at the end, but I just wanted to because I know a lot of you turn around and ask for the products I've used at the end. I know quite a lot of people say, what colour did you use, whatever. So will always put them at the end. So if you watch through the video, you will see at the end I will go through all of the colours and things that I used. So I'm just using a light amount of the Sahara Sand, and now I'm using the Pool Party, which again is quite a pale one, and I just want to do just a little bit of colour in on there, not a lot, just to sort of tone it a little bit like that. Okay, so very small amount. I've used blending brushes. You can use sponge daubers, you can use whatever you want, you can use brushes. I just happen to be using those ones. So that's our background piece. Now we're going to use this image and we're going to make a lovely floral background. So let me take this out. Now you'll probably see inside I have pieces that I have already cut and coloured. I always do that. I keep them in the case so that then when I come to do something and I go, oh, I want a little toadstool, I've already got one that I've coloured and it just needs cutting out. Sometimes I've cut them all out as well. So this is a lovely sort of floral image. Now I don't want, whoops, I've just got my background piece that's just fallen. I've put it on the side carefully. I don't want this piece on here, so I'm only going to ink it from about here upwards because I just want the stem part. So I'm going to put this on the block, and I don't want it to be too overpowering. So I'm going to do it in Sahara Sand is a little too pale, I think. I think I want to do it in probably Crumb Cake, but yes, I'm going to do it in Crumb Cake because I think that will work nicely. You'll have to excuse me reaching across. I have all my inks on a shelf, so I'm just going to take Crumb Cake because it's a little bit darker. So I want this in here, but I don't want it too bright. Now, as I've said, I'm not inking up this part, so I'm just inking down like that. And then I'm going to put it in on the top like this. And again, I'm inking it and not doing this piece at the bottom. I can turn my mat this time because what I want to do is to just cover as much of the background as I can. I'm going to try and do it so that it comes in most of the direction. I don't want it upside down. So I can then take a piece like this. Excuse me if I just knock the camera. I'm just trying to get it in so that I have it in on here like that, and I think that that's going to be fine. Don't think I need any more than that. I could do a little tiny piece at the top, but I think that that'll work perfectly. Do I want to try and get a little... No, it's not going to work very well. That's going to be fine. That's going to be fine because I've got the background on there anyway. Now I'm just going to literally clean my stamp. On my stamping scrub, which I have had forever and a day. And I can take that out. Now, you can leave this completely as it is, but I just want to add a little bit of colour in on here, and I don't want to add too much colour. So I'm going to choose a very, very pale blue, I think, in on here. Now, what's the palest blue that I've got? This one probably. What was this one? Light Pool Party, that will work. So I'm literally just going to just colour in the little flowers on here, and I'm not overly fussing with them. I'm just giving them a little bit, almost like forget-me-nots. I don't know about you at the moment. I've got forget-me-nots all over my garden. They are the most pretty little flowers. So this will make it really rather pretty. And I'm not going to do the leaves. I'm just going to do the flowers, I think, because sometimes you can do too much. Because I don't want this to be a coloured image. I just want it to have just a little bit of colour coming through. Just making sure that I've got all the little flowers. These are some little flowers that are sort of coming through. I'm just going to take it over here a little bit so I'm not resting on it, because on here where this is, you can see on here I can get that on my finger quite easily. So quite often I will rub that across with a cloth just to make sure that I'm not having it on everything. Okay, I think that's all of that. No, there's one here. Okay, so that's just given it a very pale pastel-y blue in there and hasn't given me too much. Now, the little toadstool and the bird, I am going to colour in, and I thought I would do that with you. So I'm going to have on the bottom of the bird, let's see what this looks like actually. Might be a little bit too pale, but it might just be okay. So I want that down on the bottom of the bird coming through. And then I want a very pale, don't know what my palest one is. That's a muted brown. Let's try that one. So I don't want it too dark on there. Just do this on here on the little bird. Like that. That's quite sweet. So I've literally just coloured it straight in. I haven't done too much. I could do a little bit of mid, couldn't I? Just in on the little bit on here. To just give a little bit of tone on there, and maybe just round on here to just give that a little bit of light. And then I need that blue again, don't I, for the little flower. I can just take that with the little flower. Now what I could do is to just add a little bit of something, is to take the, just in the center of these, is to just add a little spot of yellow. So it's just a little tiny bit of colour, and I don't want a lot. The idea is for it to be quite subtle, and then I can just put a little bit of yellow in the top there. Okay, so Now what I need to do is to take the mask off. And this is the most incredible masking. It's Scotch, and I keep going on about it. I think you can get it on Amazon. I was given it by a lovely subscriber who knew I was struggling so much, and it just peels off. You never have to do it carefully. And if you watch most of the UK crafters, they all struggle with it. So it is beautiful. Now, you could just leave it exactly like that, because that just looks beautiful as it is. It's almost like a piece of wallpaper, isn't it? Or pattern paper, and just put a sentiment. Would look lovely. I'm just going to finish it by having a little toadstool. Now I'm going to put the toadstool down at the bottom because I want it as if it's on the edge. And then I'm just going to put the little bird just sitting on top like that. Now you could put anything you want on there. And again, pop a little sentiment as and what, you know, whatever you want. These were just coloured with alcohol markers. You don't need to sort of see me doing that. But it just gives you an idea of how to do a really pretty simple background. And then you've got them ready to put whatever you want over the top. You know, on here, there's a lovely little butterfly like this. A little butterfly in the corner might look beautiful. So a few little butterflies dotted about instead of the bird would actually look lovely. So I might actually show that on the front cover, I don't know. But can you see how if I didn't want to have the bird on there, I could just take the butterfly and just put some butterflies dotted about. It's simplicity, but it works really well and is really rather beautiful. You can obviously colour them whatever colour you want. I wanted it to be very subtle as a background, but you could make it brighter if you wanted to. So that's my card for today. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.